Hello everyone, it's Scott here, and so I'll be doing a quick look at X-Morph Defense for the Nintendo Switch. So X-Morph Defense is a twin-stick shooter style tower defense game whereby you take control of an invading alien race to terraform and steal Earth's resources. So this game has previously been released on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Windows PC, but it is now available on the Nintendo Switch as a digital download, which you can now get from the Nintendo eShop across all regions. So as mentioned before, the story within X-Morph Defense is that you are an invading alien race, and it's your mission to stop the Earth Federation forces, so to speak, from attacking your harvester, because you're trying to harvest the actual energy and resources of planet Earth. But before I go any further, let's take a look at the opening cutscene.
Energy source located. Scanning surrounding space. Habitable targets near the star located. Scanning targets. Geothermal energy. Gravity. Minerals. Distance to star. Landing target selected. Initiating harvester cores. Starting planetfall.
So there we have it. We're an invading alien force that's going to take control of Earth by basically invading it and destroying anybody that opposes us. So the item that's crashing down to the planet now is the harvester, and it's our task to protect this harvester from being destroyed by the enemy forces that appear on the map. Now, to protect the actual harvester, we use the spaceship that flies around the map to set up defenses. So here you can see that I'm setting up some defense turrets, which you can place anywhere you like, anywhere within the area on the map. And then if two turrets are close together, you can link them together to create a sort of electric wire. What this does is it blocks the enemy's path, so they will have to find a longer route round to the actual base itself. Now this is a great thing, because what happens here is that not only will the turrets fire at the invading enemies in your area, but you can actually make the route longer, and that's one of the objectives of the game, is to basically make it as long as possible for the Earth forces to get to your destination, so that you've got more time to actually defeat the enemies. The disappointing side about this feature though is that while you can block most paths, you must always allow one path free so that the enemy can get to your base. Seems a bit of a weird design choice really, when, you know, it'd be better off just to block everything entirely, but I guess the aliens do want to fight after all. But once you've set up your defenses, you can then jump straight into battle and start the match, or start the mission. And the missions themselves are spread across 5 or 6 different waves, with the final wave having a boss fight of sorts. So here on screen at the moment there is one of the boss fights that takes place in one of the first missions of the game. So the boss fights are ridiculously big, as you would expect, and they have multiple targets. In this case, turrets and electric wires have nothing to do against the boss. The boss will just destroy them entirely, so you can then actually destroy buildings and surroundings to block the route, so that they can take longer to get to your enemy, or not your enemy, but your base itself. So the core gameplay is to stop the enemy from attacking the harvester, and for you to destroy enemies that appear on the screen at any given point. And as you can see here, we are free to change between attacking the enemy to blocking its path, so you've got free reign of what you want to do. The missions themselves are separated into locations around the world, so each mission is a single location, and as well as that you can also upgrade the stats of your weapons, such as the actual spaceship and the turrets, as well as shields, to give you a sort of edge in battle. After each mission you will get a new sort of experience point, which will then allow you to unlock these features, and before you get to a new mission it will tell you what the required experience points are, or what requirements are for that particular mission. A little bit design flaw in my mind, because sometimes you might spend experience points thinking it will do you well, but then in the right hand corner of the screen you may notice a message saying, oh, this would have been a better choice. So then when you jump into that mission it does become a lot harder, and you may have to play an older mission to get more experience so that you can then play the new mission and, you know, have a successful fight. Overall, X-Morph Defense is a pretty interesting game, and it works well on the Nintendo Switch. The matches and missions can be pretty long, and the game itself is pretty simplistic. The only modes in the base game are the campaign mode, which has around about 15 to 20 missions, as well as the survival mode, which uses them same missions, but then challenge you to survive for as long as possible. DLC bundles are available, and disappointingly them DLC items do appear on the main menu as locked content, so when you try and access that content it will take you to the Nintendo eShop. Kind of feels like an incomplete product in that regard, but overall it's a pretty interesting game and it's well worth taking a look.